Hey everyone, so today I want to talk about breaking paradigms, bringing in this new frequency that's coming into our planet and utilizing it to the best of our ability if it's something that you want to do in terms of expanding your business and your income. So a lot of you who have been in business for a while or anything to do with money, you know that the paradigm has always been around trying harder, trying to convince people to buy, pushing, getting on all kinds of, discovery calls, trying to convince the person and all this other stuff. Now, I don't know about you, but I have never resonated with that approach. I always hated the feeling within my body of like feeling like I have to convince somebody or try to get people to buy out of guilt. I mean, I've worked in several high-end sales teams that promote that. And I absolutely hated every piece of it. And the thing that I noticed the most as well is the people who ended up buying some of the things we sold them, they ended up not doing it. They didn't pay the price. They ended up defaulting. And they ended up, saying that it wasn't for them. They wanted a refund completely. So it was not in alignment with them. But they bought it because we played with their emotions. We used the old sale tactics, the guilt, the shame, the live the dream, visualize your dream, and know that all of you can have it. Well, yes, anyone can have whatever they visualize or imagine in their mind. But there's multiple moving parts that are energy. They're not strategies. They're not do these 5 things and everything in this outside world. If you manipulate all those things, you're going to get rich. You're going to get the success you're looking for. This is not true, and it never has been. You achieve certain levels of success in the external world through your own willpower, through pushing. We all know that. That's why there's so much burnout, exhaustion, so much masculine energy, even in women, of doing, and sacrificing so much. This old paradigm, among many others, is falling. It's finally collapsing. And I'm sure a lot of you are starting to feel this as you move through your business. Now, a lot of you, if you're in business or you're studying personal development, there's always a common thread that runs through all successful people. Whether you go and look at the biography of an athlete, or you go and you look at what successful people have done and really zone in on what they share, they create their success from. What do? And all the time, bar none, they always say they listen to their intuition. Now, it's interesting because when I work with my clients, or when you talk to people, when you say to someone, do you listen to your intuition? Do you listen to your gut feeling? Like, are you able to navigate your world and lead yourself from something that's invisible, something you cannot see yet, but it's the most powerful energy that you have access to, that will literally create what you want in a very easy and effortless way? Or you continue to do all the hard work because that's how you were taught to do things, work out in the external world by physically making things happen instead of allowing things to happen. So there is a complete shift taking place here. And unless you're sleeping under a rock or you're hiding somewhere, whether you're in business or not, you are fully aware of a massive shift that's taking place over the last 10 years or so, but it's really ramped up recently. So we know there's 2 timeline shifts. We don't have to get into that in this bunch of reels, but there is a massive shift taking place. And what I would like to talk about is I would love to use the word the New World Order in a way that is the way it was always meant to be, and what is truly happening if you choose this timeline. New World Order means a new world for humanity, the collective. The universe doesn't act in chaos. It's an orderly universe. And we have been so in a state of chaos in the system that all of us have been exposed to since Atlantis. That this ascension cycle, these higher frequencies that are coming here, this is the reset. This is the 2 timeline shifts. And all of you can feel it. How you calibrate into the frequency or the timeline of abundance and effortless and on happiness and health is a choice. And it's a choice that only you can make. No one else can make it for you. So understanding what's going on the grand scale of creating what's going on in the world into a new evolution, a new way of living, or you can branch off into the timeline is the same thing that you're used to, the chaos. But I would suggest opening your mind up to creating a new world order for the collective of humanity as we ascend into our higher dimension self. This is what's happening. More and more people are activating infinite information, sharing information that it does not even exist here in the third dimension. It has been shut down. It has not been allowed to be spoken of. And yet there's many tapping into this because we are ascending into a new earth, higher levels of consciousness. It's a choice whether or not you want to move into that or you want to stay where you are. But when you're in business and it's all about serving other people and understanding that freedom, money, even in this new order, this new world order that we're moving into, this new collective of humanity of freedom, the timeline of the golden age of abundance, there is going to be some type of money system set up. So when you see the systems falling apart now and dissolving before our eyes, a lot of people are in fear because it's what you're used to. But this system was set up to keep you enslaved and limited. Even in business, most don't even know how to attract money and earn money, aside from doing it from physical hard work and exhaustion. That was never meant to be the way. 1% of humans figured it out, and they are the ones that are living their life in the most effortless and most freedom-filled life that they could possibly have. They don't work harder. They're having fun. They're creating insane and illogical incomes per month. And they are doing it from an alignment place of who they're being. They're not doing it from a struggle or a strategy of applying or application or doing. If you've been following me for a while, I have shared to you that this matrix, this system that we're in, is called a Metatronic reversal, meaning that the system has set you up and I up to do everything in reverse of our natural divine blueprint. The way to create a life of abundance is not the way the system created us to achieve it. We're all here to achieve limitation and lack. So to be honest, you need to flip everything you know on its head if you want to create an extremely successful business in a very short period of time. Quantum leaps exist, but they don't happen in the physical world. They happen in the quantum field. So what are you talking about, Kimberly? Frequency, energy. You need to understand that as we move into this new paradigm, things are shifting. You can feel it in the business world. How many people are done with the pushing, the shoving, the trying to get people to buy? We're done. And so are the clients. The people don't want to be pushed anymore. You got to give them the trust that they are aligned with you and they can make their own choices and that they are receiving these higher frequencies as well, just like you are. And they're going to take risks. They're going to move towards their soul purpose. And if they happen to see you and align with you, they will be in your inbox. They will be DMing you. All you have to do is show up in your biggest, brightest light, your energy, and allow them to find you like a beacon. This is how it was always meant to be. This is the effortless way. So I want to talk to you a bit about the old paradigm of money and the old paradigm of getting, because getting means you don't have it. And if you understand the universal laws at all, if you're coming from a place of not having something and you're setting a goal to get something, you're basically stopping yourself from getting it. Now, let me just say this as a little caveat. You can get to that place of, let's say, 50K a month, 100K a month, 500K a month. But you're going to be doing it the hard way. You're going to be doing it through physical action. You're going to be doing it through the pushing. You're not using any energy except your own physical limited energy. You're not accessing the field. You're not accessing the infinite, which is available to you. But it's only available to you if you're in alignment with it, which means you have to be aware of it. Now, let's talk about the capacity. This is what I want to really get so people understand this. I just want people who really want to lead a life that they love, have time, not sacrifice time with their family, not sacrifice time to do what you love, and definitely not sacrifice your body so it breaks down. You're here to enjoy your life. So create an extraordinary one. This is what I want for all of you. But to do this, you have to understand the effortless way. If you've read the book, The Science of Getting Rich, and there's a couple other books I can remember, The Master Key System, there's certain ones. They always talk about this universal substance. And in The Science of Getting Rich, they said, if you do this in a certain way, that was all throughout the book, a certain way. And I remember when I read that book 10 years ago or so, I'm like, what the hell is a certain way? And it never worked for me until I realized in the last couple years what the heck a certain way meant. And it isn't the way that we've all been taught. It has nothing to do with physical exertion. It has nothing to do with trying harder. And it goes against everything that we ever were taught or what we believe. So that's why the ones that have achieved, the 1% who have gone from like mediocre, living and just existing to like creating what I would say is illogical to most people, like $1 million months without doing any hard work, you have to start to say, okay, what are you doing? And here's the thing, it's not what they're doing. It's who they're being. Alignment is what creates overflow of money, success, and abundance. Hard work, physical exertion does not do that for you. Now, you can reach a certain goal in income through absolute hard work, sacrifice, don't see your family, don't see your friends, work 24 hours a day, every day. But how sustainable is that? And are you enjoying a loving, abundant life? What I teach is about having the effortless way of creating wealth and abundance in your life, but wealth and abundance in all areas of your life, not sacrificing anything. Your health is absolutely amazing. Your relationships are amazing. You are happy and your clients are happy. It's the whole thing, not partial, wholeness. So how clear are you guys on this in business? Let's say you're setting a goal right now and you all want to, or someone here watching me wants to go from, let's say, $50,000 a month to $100,000 a month in their business. This is just hypothetical. What I want people to understand is the old paradigm, the old way that we were taught was, okay, let's think in a linear way, horizontal. Let's think of the steps, the strategies. What do we need to do to get, right? What is it that I'm not doing yet that I can try harder at that will allow me to achieve that level of income? Now, what I want you to understand is this. You might get that level of income through sacrificing, what I just mentioned. But if you want to create that where it's sustainable, where it's effortless, where every single month is ease of you receiving that money, it doesn't come through the hard work. It comes through who you're being. So I want to go into the energetics a little bit more understanding for you guys. You have to understand capacity. What does that mean? If you hold a certain frequency right now, it's the capacity of light or the capacity of energy that you only can hold right now. Another way of expressing that is it's your awareness. It's awareness of what you know right now. And whatever your income is equal to your awareness. It's equal to your frequency. So it's equal to your capacity. If you all want more of anything, you need to evolve and grow yourself more. Your capacity to hold more has to go first. Do you guys understand that? This is why working harder, doing the strategies first, instead of expanding you first, is why you live a life that is struggle, burnout, and hard work. It doesn't have to be that way if you understand how to hold more, expand your capacity so that what you want is a match for who you are. And what's really crazy and mind-blowing is you can talk to any business person right now and they'll tell you strategies on top of strategies on top of strategies. They'll tell you all the funnels they're using. They'll tell you all the ways they're creating the money that they are. But if you ask them, are you doing this effortlessly? Are you only working a little bit during the week? Are you getting to spend a lot of time with your family? Are you able to go to the gym or do whatever you love? Are you able to go on vacations? Do you have that overflow of income? Or are you attached to people and things to give you that overflow, and if you stop, your income stops? So you want to understand that energy is what is attracting everything into your life. How would it feel? If you can't grasp this, think of it as a hypothetical then. How would you feel if you were told that you don't have to go out and try to get things through the map of your own mind through linear thinking? If I do A and then B and then C and then D, hopefully I can find all the right people who will come into my life and buy instantaneously. Versus you create within your own capacity, your own energetic field, exactly what you would love to experience and have this infinite magic energetics do all that work for you. Create all the circumstances, bring all the people, and just bring it all together for you so that those coincidences that show up in your life align you to receive exactly what you desire. Wouldn't that be easier? And that's exactly how this universe was set up. The reason why we don't get things easy, the reason why we're stuck or struggling or at a ceiling in our business is because we have capped our capacity. When you expand you, and expand your frequency, you allow things to come into your life effortlessly. This is why if you've been an entrepreneur for a while and you've studied personal development, we've always had this saying said to us, the how is none of our business. How many of you heard that? And yet all of us keep asking, well, how do I do this? How do I get this? What do I do? This is what I'm trying to say. The how is taken care of energetically. There is a power. I mean, even quantum physics acknowledges this in mainstream science. that there is a power that's omnipresent that moves to and through all of us. That when it's given direction, it will do what we want. It'll shape matter to what we are given our attention to. All of you know this. So what you need to understand then is that the how, you'll never know the how coming from a human thinking perspective, perception, because you can only see horizontally on the third plane, the physical plane. Your higher self, your soul self, is a vertical plane. It's a multi-dimensional plane. It can see everything. So the how, the energy, you just assign it what you desire. And there's a process for doing that. You use your imagination, and the how is taken care of. The universe does rearrange all the circumstances, the people, the things that will come together and bring your manifestation into physical form. You do have to do small, tiny, aligned actions, not misaligned actions. But the most important part is how it all comes together is effortless because you're not the one doing it. The universe is doing it. You just have a couple little pieces in the part of it that you have to be in harmony with. This is how it works. And this is why when you're connected to the quantum, when you're tapped into your higher self, the effortless way is effortlessly because you're letting the energy do the work. But here in the physical plane of the material world, we're taught as humans to do all the physical work. That is the way you stay limited and broke. So if you're interested in learning more about the energy of who you are and you want to be able to create quantum leaps in your business, you got to learn how to navigate the quantum. You can't access the quantum from the physical self. You need your soul self, your higher self. You need to entangle the divinity side of yourself. You need to acknowledge that you have an inner self and an outer self instead of just navigating the world with the outer self. So if you are open to that and you're ready to create quantum leaps in your business, or if you're ready to change your life in an extraordinary way and do it the effortless way, understand how to be in alignment with what you want. How do you become a match so that you're a magnet? Things come to you effortlessly without you having to go out there and struggle and make it happen. Because that is the old paradigm, and that way is falling apart. It is starting to collapse. So I have a program I talked about yesterday called CALIBRATE. It's a 3-week program where I'm going to show you how you become a match for what it is that you desire. I'm going to show you how you get into the quantum. I call it the quantum manifestation effect, because how the quantum world works is like the compound effect. It multiplies. If you're trying to achieve success linearly, it's 1, 1, 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So this is why when you watch people create quantum leaps in their business, it's because the universal energy multiplies itself. It's a compounding effect. It's never just a linear thing. So to create a compound effect, to create extraordinary success, it happens in the quantum field. It happens when you involve energy, your frequency, and the capacity to hold what it is that you desire. So if that's something that you're interested in, then you want to jump into Calibrate. We start this Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. It's now on pre-sale for $444. It'll be going up as soon as we start on Thursday. And I'll leave you the link below in the comments.